Hey, my name is Nick Patel. I am the commercial sector lead for EVs at Atotech, and we are now focusing more than ever right now on electric vehicles, and we are now working with battery manufacturers, also anybody that's working with any kind of components of the battery inside and out. So plating is still a big part of it, and we're looking at new products and things like that for corrosion resistance and thermal management. We're using our tech center in Rock Hill, South Carolina to do a lot of the work and having parts come in, and we plate them and then ship them back to customers and things like that. So we are focusing heavily on this market because this is definitely something that is going to take over the automotive scene in the next 5 to 10 years. Thank you.
My name is Remington. I'm the Aftermarket Services Manager at Dynapower for the Power Systems Group. And this year at SURFIN we brought in a 4-quadrant bidirectional inverter used for battery energy storage systems. This is part of our business that supports cleaning and purifying energy for consumers, both in the industrial space as well as maintaining grid energy across the United States for consumers like you and I. This particular piece of equipment, this is the smallest one that we produce. It's the MPS 125. It does 125 kilowatts worth of power. It's important for us to start considering the growing risk that our aging grid system in the United States has. The liability and the risk of power fluctuations, brownouts and blackouts affecting production for our industrial partners is growing every year. This style of equipment through a variety of manufacturers can bring grid resiliency and extra protection to an industrial facility to protect a single piece of equipment, an entire circuit like a laboratory or a room, or an entire facility. They're scalable, modular, and can be put together to fit the needs. So I think it's important to talk about, and first step is education, second step is implementation.
Good afternoon, I'm Eric Olander, President of EPI Electrochemical Products in New Berlin, Wisconsin. EPI is excited to come out with our new non-cyanide silver eBright 2.00 AG that we're finding a lot of interest in electric vehicles and battery markets for connectors. It functions well as a replacement of cyanide silver. It's a little bit harder, about 200 Vickers hardness. It requires no strike tank and can be produced in a bright and matte version of silver plating. And it also works extremely well for bus bar as well and in the decorative application. To learn more about 2.0 AG, go to epi.com. Thank you.
This is Connor McInnesby. I'm here with Hanna Instruments, and we work with metal finishers with their wet chemistry parameters, meaning anything that they're testing for any of their bath analysis. So one thing that we have worked a lot with the metal finishers on is our automatic titrator here. Now the standard method in the industry is usually manual titrations, but with manual titrations there's a lot of moving pieces, whether it's the color changes or overshooting the endpoint or just doing the scratch calculations on there and trying to send the data that way. The automatic titration is going to use, instead of a color change, a potentiometric probe that's going to automatically determine when the endpoint is, and then the software in the titrator will automatically end it. So at that point, you're not touching or have to look for a color change endpoint or anything like that. And we've seen that the efficiency of the lack of moving pieces has actually been really helping a lot of the metal finishing shops, especially do any of their lab work and that stuff, whether they're losing people or bringing on new people. It's a lot easier to manage this than it is to manage your manual titrations. And that's about it that we have here today, but come by our booth. We're at booth 128.
Hi, I'm Claudia Moscher. I'm the Global Business Manager for Industrial Products here at Technic. And
my name is Chris Ebrecht. I work with the Equipment Division out of Pawtucket, Rhode Island. And we're here to just present a couple of new technology items that we are finding a lot of interest in. The first one is this SBE. We call this the spouted bed electroplater. This process is ideal for very small parts that are not able to be racked with any efficiency, and it's much more consistent in thickness than barrel plating. So it's got a real nice place in the market. Second thing we're finding a lot of activity in is hoist automation and control packages. It allows very significant data collection for record keeping, which is becoming more and more important for many companies, not just aerospace.
And I'm on the chemical side, and the trends that we currently see are environmentally driven. So we spend a lot of time on improving our chemistry to make it more environmentally friendly. We do have some boron, which is a big topic in Europe right now, to eliminate from the market. And we also have some other environmentally safe products. And you can go on our website. We have a full line of product on
Very
that,
full line.
which is eco-friendly.
Extensive. Yeah.